Hi Arya ma'am, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing very well. How are you?
I am also fine.
Great. So, how has your day been so far? If you want to start with that.
Yes, my day has been, I would say, it's little bit productive. I have done some practice early in the morning with my friends. I have a WhatsApp group, so I just text there and they called me. Two friends.
I see. Mhm. Great. Love
So
that.
Arya ma'am,
Yes.
I got a phrase. No, what is the phrase? Life happened. So, would you like to explain what it's mean and how can you explain life happens? And do you also have you ever felt life happened?
Um, I'd say this phrase is a bit of a colloquial term. It's not exactly formal in tone. It is a bit informal. Term is not exactly formal in nature. It is a bit informal. So whenever someone says, well, life happened, what I assume is they meant that you know, life is just there. It's not necessarily exciting in nature. It's just stuff like things they're doing day to day just to like get by, I guess. Not exactly interesting or fascinating in any way. It's just happening. So I guess that's when you use the term life is just, life is just there. But like, would you like to tell me where you specifically used it? Because I want to know how you came to know about the existence of this term.
I was just scrolling the reel, so that time I got the phrase and I felt, oh, it is a fascinating phrase for me, yes.
Hmm.
And when I retrospect, so that time I felt, ma'am, many times, no, life happened, everything got in their place, things changed. And some earlier I was worked in a social welfare department as a hostel superintendent. So many times I had discussed with my husband the day we are very naive and we are not attentive, even we are speaking with, converse with, and we are not so humble the
Hmm.
way today we are. Yes, so we were, I would say, ma'am, not so sincere about, and we never feel blessed. Even we that time we were craving about, always complaining. But now at this point of the age, we are realizing both of us, yeah, we our life is full of the blessed and things are changed. It is inevitable. So in mix of a mingle of the feelings, some excited, some worrisome. So I would say, ma'am, I have a mix of the feelings when I got to know about the phrase life happened.
I see, I see. That is, yeah, I mean, true. The thing is, this term can be used in different scenarios, basically. So, another scenario where you can use life happened basically is when things didn't go the way they should have. So, basically, maybe you
I have
planned.
read in the
Mhm.
according to time, eventually everything will change.
Yes, yes. So when someone says, just life happened, it can be in a negative stance at times. So, maybe someone got like a bit overwhelmed. They were like dealing with stuff and like just the usual circumstances took over. That was not in their hands. That's when one can use the term life happened. So that's why this happened, just to be say it in a dismissive way, but also not being very specific, but using this term can make the other person understand as to what exactly they mean without using any vast or specific words, if you can
So
understand what I mean.
we should avoid to use this phrase.
No, definitely not. It is just a phrase that is used to make others understand. I'm just saying in what context you can use this phrase. Yes.
Okay. So, ma'am, have you ever felt, oh, my life is totally changed? I was not such kind of the person. I got mature, and sometimes we got excited with things, and according to time, we want to live our life fully. And in my childhood, I would say, ma'am, every child has some dreams and they have full of curiosity in their childhood. But some extent, I would say, to some extent, I failed to live my dreams life in my childhood, but now I try to enjoy each and every moment, utilize my every moment. I don't want to waste my single minute. So, have you ever felt in your life, oh, life is too short, we should not waste in crabbing and complaining?
Yes, absolutely. Since when I was in school, my school time, I missed out on a lot of different things because I was mostly at home. I didn't like to participate in a lot of things that were happening in school. And I did not like interacting with people a lot. I did not know how to
Mm.
interact. I didn't know how to socialize. So
Oh.
I had this kind of like a loner vibe to myself. But as
Mm,
I moved states, as I became a college student, from the very first day, it just, I don't know, like maybe I talked myself out of that slump. But I did have like a couple of good friends in grade 12, like during graduation. That's when I started to like kind of open my shell, like, just to be more sociable. And
mm,
during college time, from the very first like a day or two, I started becoming more open,
mm,
just trying to get to know people, not try. I did everything I could so that that same thing won't repeat for me, that time where I didn't really have anyone to talk to, or even if I did, I just didn't know how to approach. I tried to hold my tongue. I tried to, use more formal language, not just be very informal and like just tone deaf to people. So yeah, that's what I tried my best to like not just repeat that thing that happened during my school. And I did succeed, I'd say, because I started like just investing myself into like events and fests and all that. So that kind of really helped me come out of my shell a bit more. And so,
yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
I definitely say things have changed a lot since my school time, even from my grade 12 to my second sem of like first years of college. It's a lot has changed. I see myself as a different person right now. So, yeah.
Yes. So before moving ahead, I want to ask you, ma'am, you used a phrase, open myself. So how can we use in a short sentence? Could you elaborate a little bit for me?
Yes, of course. Um, when someone is asking someone to be more comfortable with them, so maybe say I am asking person B, to be comfortable with me, I can say, you be a bit more open with me, or you can be more open with me, means you can be more comfortable with me. Or another one, as I used it before, I try to open myself up a bit
Okay,
more.
I try to open
Yes,
myself. Open
yes,
myself.
open myself up. Open
Open
yourself up.
myself up.
It's like, yes, it's like coming out of your shell. It's like being more comfortable around that particular
Mhm.
person or a group of people, basically. So, yeah.
Okay, open myself up. Hmm.
Hmm.
Right, right. So, ma'am, just we resume our track. Life happened. So, can it sound emotional for you, the phrase?
It is not necessarily a very emotional phrase, but it can mean a lot of things, but not necessarily on a very like deep emotional wave. I'd say it's just a way of expressing one's emotions really quickly, using a very short term while not having to say a lot of different words. Because it's a term most of the people around, like anyone, they know what that term means, right? So when you say this term, they automatically will assume as to like something might have happened. Maybe they don't know the
Hmm, right.
specific situation, but they know what happened. So they can just assume, right? You don't have to use a lot of words. I think it's just a helpful term. It can just be like an easygoing part of a conversation, not necessarily a very deep emotional meaning. But if you do want to give it a deep emotional meaning, you can go ahead with like, you can kind of interpret it in a way that you might mean that, life has changed. So that is like a deep emotion related to it, but the term necessarily itself is not that deep, I'd say. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, life humbles us according to
Mhm.
eventually. So, do you believe life humbles us?
Yes, of course. There have been a lot of situations where I've been humbled a lot of times. A bit embarrassing, not embarrassing at the same time, but yes, definitely. Has it happened to you? Maybe you recollect some sort of memory of any
Hmm.
situation. Do you
Hmm.
recall anything?
Yes, 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 ma'am. I want to add and I want to tell my story. When I was only the 20, around 21, that time I joined as a hostel superintendent, and that time I would say I am totally a naive and novice person. So I didn't care about my reputation, my family reputations, and if someone asked me any help, so I just know say straightforward no's many times, and I also hurt many people because of the straightforward behavior. And eventually, I have learned we should have some demeanor, we should have some etiquettes, and we should not hurt. We should also consider the other person's opinion. Might be they are going through any trauma and turbulent, turbulent, I would say. So eventually, I believe life humbles us, and I try to teach my son. And sometimes he also nagging me, bothering me, but I try to stay humble, keep calm and peace. And it is your real wealth you will carry along with you wherever you go. And so Yeah, might be my parents also might have they taught me, but I forgot everything when I moved the another town. I don't know what is the reason behind that, but now I totally changed, and I changed my totally personality, and just you know use a phrase. I try to open my shell up. Yes. So if you have any
Absolutely. That
question,
is, yeah.
also you can ask me.
I'm sorry, your
And
voice got cut off.
you can give me feedback.
Yes. Um, Feedback wise, again, you catch up to a lot of phrases just now as you used open my shell off. So that is like a huge, step. You catch on to things really quickly, which is a good thing, especially while learning a completely different foreign language. So yeah, I think I've mentioned this before, some of the words that you say at times need a bit more of like improvement while pronouncing them. But other than that, most of it just seems very, well done, I'd say. So yeah.
Ma'am, point out the particular words. I try to rectify the particular words
Yeah, I
because
think
I
you sometimes mispronounce the word choose or um
choose. Am I
yes,
pronounced
yes.
correctly? Choose.
The thing is, I think it might be how you speak your local language as well. But
Hmm.
if it is not that case, if you speak your local language a bit differently, but you're saying this in English, then it is wrong. But if you, that's how you're used to saying your local language as well, and you're saying it in English, so I don't see any problem in that. But other than that, everything seems fine.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
So, do you have any question for me?
Not really. I mean, if you have anything else you want to discuss, we can go ahead with that.
Okay. So, ma'am, have you ever felt you know outgrow your parents? Have you ever felt in your life?
I don't think I have had that moment yet. Maybe I will have that in like future, but like for now, I haven't really felt that, I'd say. In any
Hmm.
situation, uh, I think both of my parents are just very well adversed in their different areas. I don't think I can compete with any of them. For now, at least. I don't know what will happen in the future, but I haven't felt that. But have you ever felt that maybe when you were younger and even now? Do you feel like that?
No, no, ma'am. Even though sometimes my son in a teenage, I would say, so he is entering in the teenage. So sometimes, oh, you, mama, you don't know anything. I will do this or that.
Mm.
So that time I used this phrase. So I want to ask you, do you have also such kind of any?
I have used that phrase, yes, but now sitting here today, I don't think I feel that way. I don't
Mm,
feel that way, but I've definitely said that a lot of times when I was like a couple years younger, or maybe like a couple of months ago, even who knows? Like probably used it a lot of times. My parents will be able to talk about it better than I will because I don't really pay attention to it when I say, but I just feel like it comes off naturally at times because I just feel that all of the things that are happening in my life because of the timelines, me and my parents, both of the timelines are very different. We are from different generations, so it can be a bit hard for them to grasp onto the situations I'm going through, like exactly how I'm feeling. They might not be able to grasp onto that feeling. So sometimes I have a habit of saying like, you're not really getting me. You don't really understand what's going on. If you were in my place, you would have understood it better. But I think it goes vice versa. I mean, even my parents, they've also said that to me a lot of times. I just don't understand their situation in those particular areas because I'm not from maybe that generation or I'm not in their place. So yeah,
mm.
it's just reciprocally, just I say that, my parents say that.
Right,
That's
ma'am.
how.
Same with me also. We are three siblings, and many times I think, oh, how can they handle now us? How could
Mm-hmm.
they handle us no with lot of work? They have a lot of physical work. We have cattle, we have farming, and my mother is alone at doing all household chore. We three no also so mischievous and naughty, and
Mm-hmm.
I have only one child. So sometimes I got irritated. Even we never bothered about us, what we are doing, what we are eating, what we are, whether we are doing our studies or not. We have done all on our own. So in that manner, they are very calm and they are very patient parents. But nowadays
Mm-hmm.
we are a little bit more agitated and
Mm-hmm.
more we expect more than our
True.
kids.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I think it was in no, we should wrap up our session. It was a nice
Yes.
session and you elaborate everything
Mm-hmm.
in full detail, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say it is correct? You
Yes, of
elaborate.
course.
Mm.
You, yes, you can say you elaborated on the
Mm,
topics, not
on
elaborated
the
the
topic.
topic. Yes, you elaborated more on the topic, elaborated more on the topics that I brought up. You can say it like that. So yes, absolutely. You can use that term, or correct usage of that term, actually. So yes, I think we should wrap up. I will have to rush to another session right now. So yes, thank you. Have a good day ahead. I think we'll meet again. So yeah.
Same here, ma'am.